channel. Welcome to the last video of 2020, y'all. So today I thought it was fitting for me to have just one final discussion with y'all about the lessons of 2020 going into 2021, what we're gonna do, what we're not gonna do, and so on and so forth. So see, I got my little New Year's ears. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says Happy New Year. I think 2020 has been such a long, draining, long year. So much has happened, so much has changed in the world and just like in myself. And it's a beautiful thing to see change and growth in the positive direction, but it came with so much stress and strife and sacrifice. And so I feel like I've learned so much. I feel like I've just become a new person in a sense from 2020. I think it'd be remiss if I didn't, pay homage to what 2020 has been for me, positively and negatively. I mean, it hasn't all been rainbows and sunshine, as I'm pretty sure I've explained to y'all, but there's been so many journeys that I've been on: hair journeys, self-care journeys, a skin journey, life journeys, spiritual journeys. So I just wanted to kind of touch on all of those and just talk about it. First lesson that I think I learned in 2020 was to slow down. I mean, of course you have plans for yourself and you always want to be moving forward, you always want to be progressing, but sometimes you get so caught up in our plans for ourselves that we forget about the other things that matter in terms of self-care and family, friends, fun even. All fun and no play makes Jill a dull girl. So you have to prioritize other things other than your academics or your career or, those kinds of things. And so I think it's so important to just slow the hell down. Just slow down. I've never regretted going on a vacation. I've never regretted taking some time for myself. I've never regretted, just saying no to that thing or yes to that thing, in terms of no to some responsibilities that people want to put on you, or yes to a little downtime, a little time away, a little staycation here and there. I've never regretted those decisions. So for me, slowing down is so important. That's a big one. Which leads me to my other life lesson, is that you need to prioritize self-care, taking care of you. Because a lot of the time, especially for people like me, I like to prioritize other people and their things. And a lot of the times I'll just say yes because it's I know that's what, is what someone else wants. I want to see them happy. And it's not that I feel pressured or anything. It's just, that's just how I am. I want to say yes because I want to help you. And I do, it's genuine. I do want to help you. But sometimes I could benefit from just saying no, or just taking a little bit more time to just, do what it is that I have on my agenda before prioritizing someone else. So self-care, even just taking the little things, a nice hot shower, and actually not rushing because you want to get to the next thing, or having a little spa day here and there, buying some nice scented lotions, to take care of yourself, some body scrubs, a new razor that has 5 blades instead of 2, because that's a thing. those things, and just making sure that you're happy within you. You know what I mean? That you're feeling whole and happy before adding more to your plate, especially when it's from someone else's plate. I think that's super important. So being mindful of self, where you're at, what you need in that moment, and being able to be honest with yourself and with the people around you about that, so that they can be aware of what you can and can't take on right now. Another lesson in 2020 for me was to live and speak your truth. That one hits, because as y'all know by now, if you've been following the developments of my channel, I was really vulnerable with you guys about my hair journey this past couple of weeks, and that was something that was huge for me, and I explained that in one of my videos. And so living my truth and speaking my truth has been I think one of the biggest steps that I've taken. I became so much more vulnerable. And I found strength in that. That's something that I never really thought I could do. and it's something that I saw others do that I wanted to emulate but didn't know how. And I just think, you know, just speaking about it, just talking about it, the things that are happening, the highs, the lows, all of it, you know, is one easy way to be vulnerable and to live in that and not be ashamed or embarrassed about the things that you're going through, the things that you're feeling, you know, how you see yourself and that kind of stuff, and just accepting yourself too. You know, it's beautiful to be able to be unapologetic about who you are, and that is a superpower. And I encourage everybody watching this right now to just find that within yourself. Find your superpower, you know, find who you are and be that, regardless of what anybody has to say about it, good or bad. You know what I mean? Live that truth, speak that truth, and if anyone wants to contest it, tell them about themselves. Tell them about themselves, because clearly they need to know. That being said, it's also important to realize that life is so short and time is limited. That's another lesson, because as we've seen with the COVID-19 pandemic, is that a lot of people have lost a lot of people this year, which is super sad. And if you have lost anyone due to COVID-19, my sincere condolences to you and yours. Time is short. I've always lived by that philosophy, and I think COVID-19 and the whole pandemic in 2020 has just forced that point even more. Like, life is short. I don't have time to be entertaining things that aren't serving me, that aren't peaceful. And I think I've just become more aggressive about protecting my peace, to be honest. Like, I've been so much more aggressive about that, and I make no apologies. If you are coming to me and you're about to be on some bullshit, bye. Another one is just letting things go. Let go and let God. You know, I know we all have plans for ourselves. Seeing how the year was going in like March, April, it was like a rude awakening, like a slap in the face, like a punch in the gut. The way that like I realized, I was like, I'm not gonna get to do what I thought I was gonna do. Like, I had the whole year planned out. None of that is happening right now. And depending on who you are, like, I'm a pretty, like, I like to have things go my way. And that realization that things were not about to happen my way was hard for me, if I'm being honest. Like, it was hard for me because I'm just like, here is my life plan going down the drain, and what am I supposed to do now? That I was mad. I was so mad, and sometimes I still am mad. But then, you know, you have to remind yourself to, like my friends like to say, be gentle with yourself, and understand that sometimes the circumstances aren't that they are in your control. Like, they are not in your control. You can't do anything about that. They're such that you have to go with the flow, and you have to let things happen. Not that you can't then adapt and make new plans, because you should, but obviously you are able to mourn or grieve, you know, the things that you had in store for yourself. And I feel like mourn or grieve sounds kind of strong, but I feel like it's also appropriate depending on what you're talking about, depending on whatever those plans were, however big they were, how emotionally attached to those plans you were. It's important to let that go in a healthy way and kind of start to move forward and make new plans based on the world you're living in now. And so I'm learning, and I'm hoping y'all are learning, to let things go and go with the flow, and just let God take control of your life. If you're a person that believes in God, I don't know, but if you are, that's a great way to think about it. If not, I don't know if you believe in the universe or other entities, or just in, you know, just yourself, you know, being able to let that go, adapt to things, move forward, make a new plan, and execute that plan, you know, even though it's not what you thought or had in mind for yourself. And that brings me to my final lesson of 2020, which is to trust God. You know, trust that whatever plan He has for you is greater than and bigger than whatever plan you could have for yourself. And sometimes it's hard. Like, no one likes to sit there and be like uneasy. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I don't like the unknown. I like to have an idea at least of what's next. And right now, this is not the time to be hard on yourself about what's next, because the government don't even know what's next for the economy or anything. You know what I mean? And I think 2020 has been so hard for so many people in a way that like none of us have ever seen or faced before or could have expected or prepared for. And so I think it's just important to be gentle with yourselves and trust God, trust the process, and continue to plan, I guess, but still, you know, be kind to yourself and allow yourself to bob and weave or to flow with the times, I think is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm no guru, I'm no mental health expert. I'm just a girl with some dreams that's trying to live a life. That's it. Period. To close out the video, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope 2021 is 10 times better than 2020 has ever been, and believe that, manifest it, pray about it. You know, that idea that you have, plan it out. That business plan that you want to get off the ground, figure it out. That weight loss journey that you're on, stay true. You know, that mental health journey that you're on, take that seriously. You know, that skincare routine that you're struggling with, you will get there. Those blemishes will go away. I'm even talking to myself with that one, because girl. Anywho, you know, whatever motivation you need, it is there. You are enough, and you can do whatever you put your mind to. So put your mind to it and execute it. I hope to see y'all in 2021. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell. And I will see y'all in 2021 in the next video, because it is 12 days of Christmas. I still have, I think, like 6 or 5 more videos to post. So y'all will be seeing more of me. Until then, peace.